Hey guys, what's up? I am the Mutineer, Alan Kropf, and we are about to get on to wine number 2 at Copia, Napa Valley Film Festival here in Napa. We got the CellarPass crew with us, we got the Taste Live crew with us, and we also have Miss Kat Purcell from Pine Ridge Vineyards here in Napa. Very excited to have you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Alan.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You having fun?
I'm having fun.
You digging the film festival?
I am absolutely digging the film festival.
If you could describe the atmosphere in the valley during the film festival in one word, what would it be?
Amazing.
Amazing?
Amazing.
That's the word I've been using.
Well, that's a great word.
Yes,
we should keep using it.
We think alike, right? Okay,
We do.
That's awesome. So we got bloggers joining us
Great.
from around the country. We have Twitterers. I keep going between Twitterer and Tweep. So I'm kind of undecided on which one I'm going to use. Twitterer, it just sounds fun to say. But we have them joining us. They're going to be doing their best to ask us questions.
Great.
And make their comments on the wine. And we're going to talk about what we're drinking right here. We're going to talk about Pine Ridge, and we're going to have some fun.
Great.
So what can you
can't
tell us about this 2007 Stag's Leap District Cabernet Sauvignon?
I can tell you that it is absolutely phenomenally delicious.
I concur.
I'm glad to hear it. We have 47 acres planted in the Stag's Leap District in 4 different vineyards, including our home vineyard, where the winery is physically located, in the heart of the Stag's Leap District on the Silverado Trail. It's very characteristic of the region. It's a very powerful wine, a beautiful Cabernet, but it's very elegant at the same time. It's really velvety and delicious.
So for our viewers out there that don't know what Stag's Leap District is, what's the Stag's Leap District 101?
Well, it's a very small area. It was actually one of the first of the American viticultural areas to be defined in the valley. It's very special because it's only about, I think it's about 3 miles long by a mile wide. And a lot of the vineyards are on the hillsides. The soils are rocky. I believe it's volcanic and clay and sandstone. And a lot of the vines are planted on the hillside, so it's a stressful situation for those vines. The soil's not very nutrient rich. The vines are struggling to survive, so they're not able to produce a high yield of fruit. But out of their struggle comes a really, really beautiful product. You're gonna get a very low yield of fruit, but the vine's gonna put all of its energy and concentrate all the resources it does have available into that small amount of fruit. So you're gonna get a very powerful, rich cab that's gonna also be very elegant at the same time. And to me, I think it always has kind of a little smoky characteristic.
Okay.
And I love that.
So I'm sure we're going to get some feedback from our tasters at home on what they're finding in the glass, but what are some of your thoughts on what you're smelling and tasting in this particular glass?
I always, at very first, I always get a really beautiful kind of spice box. Whenever I open a bottle, that's the first thing I smell. And then a lot of beautiful red berries, red raspberry, and dark cherry. Also, I think it's got a beautiful silky kind of milk chocolate, the mid palate. Those spices that I first picked up, they're still there.
Yeah.
And then the finish kind of has a little touch of espresso, and that's where I get that really beautiful smokiness. I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful cab.
You know what I get out of this?
What do
I
you
mean
get?
this in the best way possible. Auto garage.
Really?
It's kind of a motor oil, dusty, dirty, earthy, kind of like, that's a very happy tasting note for me.
All right.
I'm very excited
Glad
about
to hear it.
Yes, me too.
I always kind of get Christmas, and that's a really happy thing for me because that's one of the only times I see my family. And this is the wine I like to bring.
Nice.
So it could be that spice that I was talking about, or it could just be the feeling.
Nice. So we have a lot of visitors coming into town this weekend, and all the time, really. It's Napa.
Right.
And I know Pine Ridge is a very popular destination.
Absolutely.
I recall going there, I think during premiere this last year, you guys had a killer party.
We did.
You guys have
It was
these
great.
labyrinth-like caves, and you just decked them out. And a lot of people look to visit Pine Ridge, and Pine Ridge is a CellarPass client.
Yes, it is, absolutely.
So if you guys want to visit Pine Ridge, be sure to use CellarPass to book that reservation. But what are some of the things that you offer in terms of tasting room experience, winery experiences for visitors?
We've got a lot of really great experiences, actually. The tasting room is open daily, 7 days a week, from 10:30 to 4:30. We also offer what I've heard is one of the best consumer tours in the Napa Valley. It's offered 3 times a day at 10 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m. The tours are kept small, and you get your very own personal tour guide. They take you through the vineyards, they take you into the cellar, they take you into the caves, and at the end you get to do a barrel sample of wine that's midway through the process of aging. And then at the end you get to do a little sit-down tasting in the back of the caves, 130 feet underground.
Nice.
With some cheeses and 3 of our most special wines, including this 07 Stag's Leap District Cab right now. Also, we've got an experience that's called Taste on the Terrace throughout the summer months. And we have a beautiful new terrace that we've gotten recently where you can sit out, and there's a charcuterie board that's offered with several of our beautiful Cabernets. And now it's starting to get to the end of that time of season because it's starting to rain. We actually have something really great that we're just starting up. It's called our 5x5 tasting. It's in a really special cavern in one of our caves. It's called Cellar 47. And it's a sit-down tasting with gourmet bites that are specially prepared by our chef to match with the wines, and it's a really, really great tasting experience. And that one's by appointment as well. And of course, we've got 2 different tastings as well that are you don't have to have an appointment for, but you can make an appointment on CellarPass. And we have an Appellation tasting, which goes through all of our really beautiful Appellation-specific Cabernets, and also a signature tasting, which gives you a variety of our different other wines that we make as well.
That's all.
And if you come at the right time, you can come see me.
There you go. Now, what about the listeners out there that are unable to come in person? Do you guys have some sort of wine club that they can taste the wines that way?
We have a fantastic wine club. Currently, it ships out 6 times a year. It's typically 2 or 3 bottles of our wines as they're released. So the wine club gets the newest releases first, and you get to try them and enjoy them. And it's in most of the states right now.
Beautiful. Colin, how are we doing on our other guests?
We're ready to go.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Kat,
Yeah.
can they drink that wine for the rest of the evening?
Absolutely. You absolutely may.
Beautiful. Well, there you have it, folks. The lovely Kat Purcell from Pine Ridge Vineyards stopping by with a little Stag's Leap Cabernet Sauvignon. A little reminder, if you guys do want to check out the winery, CellarPass is the way to go. Alan Kropf, the Mutineer, here with the folks from CellarPass and Taste Live. More wine tasting on the way. Pine Ridge, delicious. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alan.
Thanks, Kat.